Hi, I'm Natalie, River Catchment Officer, Essex Wildlife Trust, and today I'm going to talk to you about an ancient and primitive creature that lives in our rivers right here in Essex, the lamprey. You might have not heard of a lamprey, but they're one of the oldest living vertebrates still around, going back 360 million years, making them older than the dinosaurs. Looking at them, you can probably believe how ancient they are. They look very primitive and eel-like, but unlike eels, they don't have a bony skeleton. Instead, they have cartilaginous skeletons, a lot like sharks. Unlike cartilaginous fish, however, lamprey lack scales and pairs of fins. But the most distinctive characteristic of lamprey is their lack of jaws. Instead, lamprey have a permanently open mouth with a sucker-like disc full of teeth. They have only one nostril, which is located on the top of their head, and rows of 7 circular holes on their side for gills. In the UK, we have 3 species of lamprey. The sea lamprey, which is this one here, which can reach up to 100 centimetres in length, is found in easily accessible rivers and estuaries, and as the name suggests, spends most of its life at sea. Our second largest species is the river lamprey, which can reach up to 50 centimetres in length, about half the length of the sea lamprey. They can be found in estuaries and coastal waters, and like the sea lamprey, will return to fresh water to spawn. Both the river and sea lamprey, though, use their sucker-like mouths to attach to fish and marine mammals to feed parasitically. The smallest and most widespread species of lamprey is the Brook Lamprey, reaching only up to 15 centimetres in length. All newly hatched lamprey begin life as a tiny blind larvae and remain partly buried in silt or mud for the first 5 to 8 years of their life, filter feeding on debris as water flows past them. But unlike sea and river lamprey, as adults, Brook Lamprey never eat and spend their whole life living in rivers and streams, never migrating out to sea. Brook lampreys only migrate a short distance downstream before heading back upstream to spawn. In the next couple of weeks, brook lampreys will be gathering in our rivers and streams to spawn, digging shallow scrapes on the riverbed known as redds, their final act before they die. Once a much more abundant species, lamprey have declined over time due to pollution, barriers to their migration such as weirs and locks, and the destruction of their spawning sites and habitat, either from dredging or trampling by dogs or livestock. We can all do our bit to protect our rivers and the creatures that call them home. We all might be cooking a little bit more at the moment from home, so we need to be really careful not to pour fats, oils and grease down our sinks or drains. These can cause our sewers to block, overflow and then pollute our rivers. If you're lucky enough to be able to walk your dog by a river at the moment, please be extra careful in the coming weeks not to let your dogs trample areas where lamprey might be spawning. Thank you.